In today's episode of My Day Off in Florida, we're checking out the 80-volt Ryobi lawnmowers, old version versus the new one. So I've personally owned the Zero Turn version 1 Ryobi lawnmower for over 4 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. And I actually ended up jumping off and buying the new version of the 80-volt lithium-powered lawnmower. So today what we're trying to do is show you the difference between the two mowers so you can make an informed decision if you want to get either one of these mowers. They're both phenomenal machines, but each has its own drawbacks. So starting out with the ZT480EX, this was the original version of the Ryobi Zero Turn lawnmower. It used 12 volt, 100 amp hour, non-spillable SLA batteries for this mower. So I'll start off with one of the low points of this mower. The batteries only lasted about 2 years in it before they failed. The good news is Ryobi actually ended up covering that, and I got a new set of batteries for the mower, and it's been running flawless ever since. But it's always been in the back of my mind that we might have to put new batteries in this mower. That being said, there's a lot to love about this mower also. The way it actually drives is super comfortable, and the stick position of a normal zero-turn riding lawnmower is really comfortable and easy to jump on and get used to really fast. Now, one thing that was missing off of the original version was a better suspension in the seat. You had some springs in it, it had a little bit of give, but man, if you hit a big bump on this mower, it would about throw you off of it. The other really cool features that are on this mower was like a screen for the battery report. The battery level indicator on the mower was actually really accurate, and you could know when you were going to be running out of juice. And I will say, even on those original batteries, you got almost 2 acres of lawn care out of this mower on a single charge. Another notable feature of the ZT480 is that it did have the LED light package right out of the box when you bought it. The mower also included a 5 volt, 1 amp USB charger on it, which was nice to charge your phone, although I actually found that I never really used that feature. Storage on the original version was pretty limited, but at the end of the day, this is a lawnmower. It's not that important for storage to me, but you did have the 2 cubby holes on both sides where you could stick your owner's manual, and I usually kept either a glove or a towel in the other side. Now, I will say, aside from the battery issue, the mower has cost us $0 to own it over 4 years. Now, it's about time to put new tires on it. We have around 2,500 hours on the mower now. The funny thing is when my kid was little, growing up, he loved riding on the lawnmower, and we used it like a golf cart. So I will tell you, you can drive the heck out of these mowers, and they don't care about it. The drive motors are extremely strong on them and very reliable. But if you use it like a golf cart like I have, expect to put tires on it around 2,000 hours. Now, the original mower cuts really nice, and you do have a low speed or a high speed setting on the mower deck whenever you're mowing. And normally, I actually mow in the low speed setting for almost all my cuttings, unless it's really gotten out of hand and I need that extra power. And I feel like that really helps keep the batteries cool and not be discharged as fast. So now let's move over to the new version of the Ryobi lawnmower. This is the Z42 LI. So one of the biggest changes between the two mowers was the actual battery chemistry. So from the original version where it had those batteries inside the mower where they were hard to change, now you have lithium polymer batteries or LiPos inside of this one, and they're quick changeable where you can actually just flip a switch, pull them out, put a new battery in. So if the time comes where you need new batteries, it's going to be an easy thing to do yourself at home. It also accommodates some of the 40 volt larger battery packs that go on the string trimmers and other items to extend that battery range again. Those just clip into both sides of the mower. You have one bay that holds 3 of them and the other bay that holds 1 battery. Then your 2 large 80 volt batteries go under the driver's seat. There's actually a compartment you just push and it opens up, revealing those batteries. Now, another big change I want to talk about was the single stick operation. I thought this was going to be a feature I really liked, but now living with it in practice, it's kind of clunky. Any joystick I've ever touched, for RC airplanes to computer games, when you push it forward and you let go, it centers back to its neutral position. On this mower, when you push it and let go, it stays where you left it, which sounds great. But when you try and find center, there's no detent to tell you found center. And so it ends up when you're trying to do fine maneuvers into reverse and moving into a garage or anything, you just go all over the place trying to do it. So if I'm parking it in the garage, I always make sure to have this in the low speed drive mode. Otherwise, it can get out of hand really quickly. Another feature that both mowers share is the one-handed height adjustment for your mower deck. It's as simple as sliding them inwards and then lifting it up or pushing it down to choose whatever height you'd like. It also has a lockout feature which you can move up and down if you always know you want your blade height lowest setting to be at a certain point. Similar to the original version, you still have the red knob that can be lifted up and down to actually turn the blades on and off. It also has the same 5-volt, 1-amp charging connection, but on the newer version, there is a cubby hole designed for cell phones. In that same control panel, you also have the clear baggage chute option. What that does is if you have a clog in your chute, you can push it and it blows a big gust of wind out from the bottom of the mower and expels the grass out. Now for storage on this mower, you also have the front cubby compartment between your legs, and then there's another storage compartment on the right-hand side of the mower where one of the batteries go. You also have a cubby behind that. Both versions of the mowers also include the grab handle in between your legs to where you can slide the seat forward and backwards. But a big change on the new version from the original is the inclusion of armrests. I will say it is really nice to be sitting in your nice easy chair and mowing the grass. The other big one is the new version of the mower also has a suspension seat, which doesn't sound that great until you get out in a rough yard, and man, it helps your back a lot having that suspension seat. Now on the current version of the lawnmower, the screen was updated from the original. Now you have a color display screen where you get all of the options for the mower. The first one is going to be your speed in which the mower goes. So you have a low, medium, and high speed, which is going to make the stick less sensitive. At first, definitely start in low speed and work your way up, or you are going to run over everything in your yard. The second option is going to be the headlights on the mower. I don't really mow in the dark, and I don't know very many people that do, but it does have it, and I have drove mine around in the dark before with my kid on it just for fun. The next one, and the third item over in it, is going to be your battery report screen. This one's going to show you both the internal 80-volt batteries plus any 40-volt batteries you have plugged into the mower's battery levels as you go through the 3 different screen options. The next option is for Bluetooth. Let's be honest, our mowers don't need Bluetooth. They just put that feature in here to sell something cool. I have not hooked it up, and I don't plan on using the Bluetooth feature of this mower. But if you do, it is an option. And the last setting is going to be your blade speed. So on the original version, you just had high or low. The nice thing on the new version is you have high, medium, and low. So there's 3 different options to choose from to suit what you're mowing. Charging either of the mowers is a no-hassle thing. You need a 15-amp wall plug to plug these into, and then the plug on the back of both mowers are very easy to use. It's all automatic. You plug it in. The original version just charged, whereas the new one has a flashing light that tells you the different sequences. What I will tell you is the new version really pulls some amperage, and if you have an older 15-amp breaker, I had this issue, it would pop it. So if you can put this on a 20-amp circuit to charge, I'll tell you it's going to do a lot better. I kind of wish Ryobi would have given us an option on the charger of a charge speed, because I'm not in that big a hurry to charge up my mower. If I know I'm going to mow the next day, walk out, plug it in, it'll be ready the next day. I don't need it to charge that fast. So I really wish there was an option of how fast you could charge this mower. But you don't, so just be ready. It's going to charge as fast as it can. Another really big difference on the two versions of the mowers is the new one uses LiPo batteries. So it's better when you get done to leave them dead until you know you're gonna mow the next time. It actually says it in the manual that if you're gonna be leaving this mower for an extended period of time, not to leave the batteries fully charged. LiPo batteries really like to be at about 50% battery whenever they're being stored. So yeah, whenever you get done mowing on this one, don't just plug it back in unless you're gonna mow again in a couple days. Definitely in the winter time too, make sure you discharge the batteries down before you store it. The original version of the mower, you wanted to keep it plugged in at all times when you weren't using it. So that was a huge difference between the two of these. So at the end of the day, now we come to the big question in both of these mowers. Which one should you actually buy? Well, I want to tell you up front, I'm debating on not keeping either one of them anymore. I have absolutely loved this original version of the mower, but the thing that scares me is when the batteries go out. I will tell you, go on and budget about every 4 years to put $1,000 in batteries into this mower. Now, over the lifetime of the mower, that's not that bad considering we don't have oil changes, we don't have gas, none of that. The battery's not going to go bad to make it where it doesn't start, but you need to be aware that every 4 years, you're probably going to put about $1,000 into this mower for new batteries. Now for the new LI version of the Ryobi lawnmower, that issue was resolved. Like I said, you've got the fast change batteries now, but I want to think you're only going to get probably around 8 years out of these batteries. And you're still going to have quite a large investment into putting new batteries into this mower because these are about $1,000 a piece for those briefcase ones that go in the back. The other thing that's keeping me from wanting to really commit to keeping this mower is that joystick. I have to tell you, it's really bad. And if I were to gone with an Ego or one of the other brands that have a more traditional stick style like the old version did, I think we'd be enjoying this mower a lot more. It's just, it really is the Achilles heel of this mower. And it's making me contemplate whether or not I should actually keep this mower. Right now, I could probably turn and sell it and not lose a lot of money. Whereas if I keep it for a long period of time, like I have this one, they're not worth a lot on the used market. This mower new was around $5,000. I'm gonna be lucky to get $1,500 for it used. This mower currently right now is around $5,000. But on the used market, it's probably worth about $2,500. So this is the hard part about electric mowers. Just like electric cars, their resale values are horrendous. So anyway, these are all things I want you to think about before you get one of these mowers. I've been enjoying mine. I bought them personally. I'm not sponsored by Ryobi in any way, and I'm not getting paid for these videos in any way. I did these just for you because I really enjoyed the product, but I wanted to show you what's going on with them. At the end of the day, we have enjoyed both of our electric mowers. That's why I have 2 of them sitting here. But think about it a little bit if you're on the fence about making the switch. Well guys, this has been my day off. I've had a lot of fun with you, and until the next video, like, share, and subscribe. It's a new channel, and we're looking forward to growing this with you. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.